What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dead Leg Media. And as you can see by the title of this is a very cool bar, very custom bar. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and show you how you take a frame like this with a bunch of light heads, some ingenuity, some fabrication, and turn the frame like this into a CHP replica just like this. Stay tuned. All right, so now that you have the really cool intro, we're going to go over this bar. This is going to be a CHP clone bar. The only difference between this bar and the actual CHP bar is I'm making my own brackets for these little guys right here, these Lindsay 6 lights that are going to go in the rear. The CHP bar, however, has their own bracket, and I tried to get a hold of Wayland, and they said no, they're not going to give those brackets up. The CHP bar also has Lindsay 6 and LR11 alley lights in the alley light position, which are a little bit harder to get. You can get them, but they're very expensive in the used market. So we're trying to keep this within budget. Also, with that in mind, this is an older frame. So keeping it, it's an older frame. These are the pieces how the top plate fixes down to the top of the bar. I'm using them right now just to prop the bar up, just to show you guys how the layout's going to be. So, how CHP has their layout is they have a corner, they have an LR11 takedown, they have a warning light, they have a super takedown in the center, warning, LR11 corner. These are specific brackets, LR11 brackets, and I'm going to learn how to put them in at the same time as you guys watch me. They are specific for the LR11s, for the Liberty, for single light head mounting. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the center light in. If I can get it in the groove. There we go. And we did pretty good guessing on the New York bar. Where's my screwdriver? There we go. We did pretty good guessing on the New York bar, so we'll go ahead and kind of guess here. So I just put the tightening screw in. It can still move as needed. So next we got a warning light, then a warning light. So we'll go ahead and put these in on each side. I think my guess is going to be a little off. Okay. The client for this bar actually wants it all in amber. However, this bar will get the duo board that we talked about in the New York bar, because eventually the client wants to possibly upgrade all of these to have amber and then have it still red-blue as per CHP spec. So go ahead and get the corners in here. It looks like I'm going to have to move down just a little bit. Where'd my brackets go? There they are. Use the LR11. Oh, another one. There it is. All right, so I'm going to figure out how these go in, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, so we're back. So I figured out how these go on. They're going to go on this way. They have some retaining screws here in the back that are going to hold them in place, but you don't need to slide the whole assemblies in and out. So how they come in is they just come into the groove, and then they'll set in just like this. So what we want to do is kind of guess where things are going to be, and then move and try to have things line up as best as possible. Now, one thing that makes this bar different than the actual CHP bar is that the actual CHP bar uses extended corners. On this bar, I do not have the extended corners, I have the economy corners. And the difference between extended and economy, the economy has less LEDs. So this one has, we were at 3, 6, 9, so this one's only got 9. And these corner modules can take up to 18 diodes. So on Rambide has the premium modules. So Rambide gets to, okay, that looks pretty even. That looks pretty even. Rambide has the nice premium takedowns. So we're going to go ahead and screw these in. And then I'll move this out of the way. So this is what a front of a CHP bar would look like. These would actually come in just a little bit more, and you would have the premium corners. So the premium corners are actually just a little bit longer, so they're extended. So it fills up this gap that's right here and right here. But this is how the bar is set up. In the actual CHP bar, these modules on the driver's side will be red, and the modules on the passenger side will be blue. However, this bar, as it is going to be right now, is going to be all amber. So we're going to go ahead and flip the bar around and start looking at how we're going to make things work for the backside. All right, so here you are at the back of the bar, and as you can see, things look a little bit different than what you would typically see on a 48-inch bar. Normally you would have 6 of these modules, but here you have 5. For CHP's custom bar that they have made for them, they only use 5 modules to the rear. Now typically these will be amber, this side will be red, this side will be blue. And the 5 ambers are flanked by Lindsay 6s. So I've gone ahead and drilled the holes out to mock things up. I'm using an L bracket that I got at Ace Hardware. And if you're looking down from the top, you can see an assortment of nuts and bolts and brackets that I got to test because I didn't know which ones were going to fit. So I went ahead and tried these smaller ones. They're not going to fit the best. These ones actually fit nearly perfect. There's a channel that goes inside that these lights normally slide in. And from the front, from the top down, I'm sorry, when you set these in, you set the bolt. And you set the Lindsay 6 down in, the Lindsay 6 actually falls on the channel over the top. So the channel actually acts as a brace to keep the light head up. So all I'm doing is I'm hand tightening these just like I did on the would be the driver's side. So this is what the rear of the bar looks like. CHP has a corner module, a Lindsay 6 module, 5 linear 500 modules, a Lindsay 6 module, and then a linear module. And again, they usually have the premium. So some of this gap that you see on these sides, that is the space that would take those up. Same thing with the front. What you don't see in this bar is alley lights, and just like most of the other projects that we have going on, I'm waiting on parts. I could Frankenstein things together to get them to work, but that would take away from the fun of making the video so you guys can see the process and understand why things take so long and delays. This bar in particular delays is because things have to be custom made for it. these brackets that CHP has is something that only CHP can get. I can't get them. The alley lights that have the Lindsay 6 in them with the LR11s, you can get, but they're very pricey in the used market, and they're very pricey in the new market as well. So we're just going to go ahead and stick with the regular LR11 alley lights. So how the rear of the bar is going to be programmed is something I'll explain to you right now. All right, so now that we have the bar built, for the most part, this is as authentic as you're going to get without actually having the CHP brackets. So in the next video, I'm going to go into how I'm building this bar in WeCAD and WeCan to do the programming. And I figured out a way to trick things to work exactly how I want them to work to get the outcome of what I'm looking for. I've actually have videos of the authentic CHP car at night that shows me the front of the bar, shows me the rear of the bar. So I will be able to make this as close as possible. In the next video though, we're going to go ahead and get the WeCan board put in. I'll show you how I'm going to make the Y harnesses for the takedowns, how I'm going to tie in the LAMZ6 and the corners in together. We're going to go ahead and put these pieces that I'm using to stack the bar up on so you can see. We're going to put them back in as well. We'll button it up. The lenses for the bar have been cut. They've been cut to CHP spec. So for all intents and purposes, this bar will look exactly like a CHP bar that's brand new with the exception of the Lindsay 6 and MR11 alley lights. So if you like this video, go ahead and click that like button. If you have questions about this video or questions about this bar, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. We're going to leave our Facebook information in the comment section. Well, not in the comment section. We're going to leave it in the description box below. If you have a specific question about this bar or you yourself want a bar built for you, we'll have our Facebook information down there, so that's how you can get a hold of us and contact us for that. Somewhere, I'm not sure where he's going to do it, but Jeremy's going to put a little subscribe button. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Watch the finish of this bar, watch the finish of Ramby, watch the finish of Project New York, and then watch my personal vehicle. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's coming in that. As a lot of people have seen, there's nothing that was in videos that you can scroll through and see is there anymore. So, again, thanks for watching, and yeah, I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.